Hey, welcome back again, boys and girls. Outdoors Jeff. I know I said on the last video I wasn't going to do a step-by-step recap or anything on how to make the pine needle tea, but after going back and listening to the video and seeing how poor the sound quality was, my apologies. Definitely not how I wanted to sound. That was my first time recording myself away from the camera. Till I figure out a way to boost that sound up, I'm going to do a quick, just step by step so nobody missed anything and nothing gets lost in translation here. So, alright. Here we got our pine needles. This is just a small one. That's not a lot. You could go a lot more than that. You could fill up, half a cup or so with these things if you wanted to. This is just a regular mason jar. So we got our pine needles chopped into thirds in there. We're going to take this boiling water here in this pot. We're going to dump it into that. You notice I'm not putting these into the pot. Like I said, we do not want to boil these things. You're going to get a horrible, horrible taste out of that. You do not want that at all. That's just, it's going to taste like paint there, folks. You don't want to do it. It releases a chemical. You want to steep the hot water over them. So I'm going to take that hot water, put it in the mason jar, and you let it sit for 5-10 minutes, and you got yourself, I think, a real tasty tea. So this water's boiling here. We're going to take it, we're going to kill this. We're going to let that stop boiling quick. See, it's still rolling. We're going to let it stop. Come to a standstill there, so to speak. I'm going to try to do this without spilling it, scalding myself, and there we go. Pour that into that mason jar. Boom. Good to go. We let that sit for about 5-10 minutes. All these are going to fall down to the bottom. They're going to sink down. Don't worry. They're not going to be up there in your face when you're trying to sip it. Got the lid here. I would actually let it cool. Put the lid on. Swish it up. Get all them nutrients swished out of there. Now, the big thing I forgot to mention in the last video, too. The reason you want to cut them up, and I prefer to cut them into thirds rather than halves, is because when you put them in whole, it's hard for all that inner nutrient inside of the pine needle to release. You might get some, but you're not going to get a lot of it. So I like to take that pine needle and I like to cut them. Some people cut them in half. That's fine too. You're getting some benefit out of it. I mean, really, best way, if you had a way to filter it and all, a real good way, grind them up. Grind them up into like little tiny pieces, man. That's the way to go. You're going to get a lot of nutrient out of that, but I at least like to cut them into thirds. That's going to help release a lot of that. I can smell that already. That smells incredible. It's like a simmering Christmas tree in my kitchen right now. I love that smell. I love making pine needle tea. You can see they're already starting to sag down here. That's all going to fall down to the bottom eventually. Alright, folks, that's about it. I didn't want anybody to lose any steps again because of that sound quality. It's very simple to make. These were all washed beforehand. Again, I could have used more. I just wanted to do a quick video for you and recap that. Alright, wish me luck on the next video with the sound quality, folks. Take care, boys and girls. Outdoors Jeff, out.